Hi everybody, let's talk about swing playing, or how we start that backswing properly. I think to do that, the first thing we do is talk about some of the mistakes people make. A lot of times when people make a backswing, their tendency is to get the golf club trapped behind them like so, or even kind of roll the top pan of that left hand as a right-hander, roll that face open. Okay, so there are a couple things that you can do on the range to kind of help with that. The first thing I want to show you is how you can use your stand bag as a training aid. So as you can see here, my stand bag here is at an angle very similar to the angle that I currently have my 8-iron on. So when I get over the golf ball, I try to like to have the bag, the top part of the bag, the holder bag, equal with my hip. All right, and then from this position, all I'm going to do is have good posture and set up. And then what I want to do is I want to rehearse making a backswing coming over the top of that bag, and then allowing the club to come straight up. All right, you would be doing it incorrectly if we see it look something like this. We go back and we're hitting the bag, or yet kind of flicking that head back. So we just want to let our shoulders and chest kind of dictate the movement of our hands and arms. Shoulder goes down, then the club comes up, and now we're right there on plane to come back and make a downswing. One thing about using this method I would encourage you to do: don't hit golf balls when using the bag. This is simply a way to rehearse a proper backswing and the swing plane. Too many people, if they were to hit golf balls with the bag right here, could come down and hit themselves or the club, more importantly, on the bag, and it could cause either break the club or injury. So don't hit golf balls using this particular method. All right, now we can use something here where we could almost hit a few balls this way. All right, it's also a nice way to see how we could set up a station with a couple of alignment rods. Alignment rods are really something I've been using a long time, and one of the things about alignment rods is you can use them for different purposes. And here's another way of kind of using a range basket, a couple of alignment rods to kind of create that same concept we had there with the bag. So the first alignment rod right here, that kind of creates a target line, and then this alignment rod here, I've just put it right through the hole of this range basket here to kind of create, once again, a very similar angle to what I have with my 8-iron. Okay, I'll probably bring that back here a little bit further. All right, like so, kind of get it just outside that alignment rod there. This is just a reference point. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of gives you an opportunity to realize how that club's going to go back. All right, lots of holes in that range basket, so you can pick the right one. That's pretty close to what we're trying to accomplish here. And from this purpose, once again, we're going to go back and we're going to go up. We're going to swing right back down, and then there goes our golf ball right down the target line. This is one that you can obviously hit golf balls with. Certainly, one of the things we're trying to avoid is going inside of it. All right, we want to go above the alignment rod, then the club goes up. And if we do that and we get here, we don't want to drop underneath it, because once again, we hit that alignment rod. So there's another good way. You can use a range basket, a couple of alignment rods to work on your backswing swing plane. Here we got kind of a full station. All right, so I'm out there, kind of worked on that backswing, and now we've got 3 alignment rods here. We got one here, of course, setting a target line, and then I have 2 of these alignment rods that are setting my swing plane both on the backswing and then the through swing. A lot of people tend to stand up and swing out over towards the target, and I'd rather their body moves more left, allowing the club head to go down the target. So here's a nice way to set up 2 stations. And this helps us kind of rehearse both directions, getting that club to move over that line up, and then rotating our body back to the left and back up on the proper plane on the way through. Once again, we set up, left shoulder down, up, we move through, over to the left, and there goes our ball right down the target. So there's 3 easy ways. Your golf bag, if you're on a range mat, you're going to use a alignment rod, a couple of alignment rods in a range basket, or if you're out on the grass, you got 3 rods here. You can use your backswing plane and your downswing plane to create a better move when you make your full swing.